no, about 3 minutes after actually. I think I know how to do it now. I'm trying to iron out some of the creases. I do really appreciate it if you're here today. I will walk down to see if I can, like I say, I'm just working things out at the moment. I am on live at the moment, so I am trying. What I'll do is I'll just wait because there's nobody here anyway. So, yeah. You sure? Oh yeah, there you are. Look. So we're on. We were just confirming. This is exactly why I wanted to just do it again, because if I'm perfectly honest, the YouTube live thing, it makes me feel my age, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because I'm not great with technology. My wife was just helping me out. You're right, Jim. I really appreciate it. I do. This is completely out of my wheelhouse, completely. So all I'd like to do in the year coming up is make money. I want to see if these people. Funny enough, I just made a phone stand. In fact, if my wife is watching this, let's see if she's watching it, because she'll turn up at the door in a second. On the side in the kitchen, there's a block of wood with a groove cut out. I watched a guy cut a phone stand. I painted it black, and it's supposed to be a phone stand. If my wife magically turns up at the door in a second, I'll know she's listening to this fantastic live stream, and she'll be able to give me that product, and I'll be able to show it to you any second now. Whilst we're waiting to see if she does do that. Oh, you are. My wife is doing that. Happy New Year, Matt. So yes, I want to see if these projects that we make together do sell. That's my idea. That our hobbies, what we've learned over the years, you don't have to be a master craftsman. You don't have to be a joiner, a carpenter, or anything like that. You are whatever you are. You are whatever you say you are. You can say you're a beginner, you're this, you're that. But look, we've all got strengths. We've all got weaknesses. My weaknesses, I feel, are carving. That's a hair jog that I did. Anyway, so yeah, I'm still learning. There's a guy, I've mentioned a few different people, that my learning curve at the moment is massive, certainly mainly because of you guys, that you've said, oh, okay, you know, are you making your own handles for the knives? Do you do wood turning? Do you do wood carving? Laser printing? There's so much you can do. There's so many different elements to doing our woodwork, and honestly, I don't think you'd be able to cover all bases, or certainly be good at everything. So my plan, my idea was to put my journey on YouTube to show you, to see if I could get this scrap piece of wood and turn it into something valuable, something that we could sell, something that we could make money on. And that's why I did the Etsy shop. A few of you guys did buy some hashtags and a few bits and pieces from Etsy, but there were a couple of purchases where people didn't put in the promotional codes, which means to me that it is people on Etsy just doing some shopping. I've been on recently, and they have said that some of my products have been put in the basket to some people. I don't know if that's true, or if it's Etsy just doing a bit of a ploy, saying, look, your stuff is gonna sell, you know, keep pushing it, keep lowering the price, keep making more. I'm not sure, I don't know. We'll see in the new year. In the new year, my plan is, like I did say on the last live stream, that we can actually make some money, do some things, make some money together to see if these things do sell. If not, I found over Christmas that quite a lot of my family and friends wanted these things as gifts. So at worst, you could always make these products, make some of these things as gifts. Let's have a walk down to my little, I say a walk down, I've only got a 7-meter workshop, but let's take a walk down and see some of the things that we've been making together. This is just a false wall, fake wall that I put to basically just show some of what we make. So I can take some good photos. There's some tea light holders that I made, some crosses. Again, all this stuff is on Etsy. I did that pure and simply, marked it up for us. Hi, Luke. I marked it up to to the top price basically to see if this stuff does actually sell. So little things like this. This is just a very small phone holder that I've cut a groove in the bottom and a hole, as if you can see that, in the top there. Sorry, I actually cut the hole in the bottom all the way through so you could put your lead through. And it's just a very, very simple phone holder. And again, these things are all for sale on Etsy. The reason I've made them as cheap and as easy as I can is because they're in line with what people are putting on Etsy. And they are putting these things on, believe it or not, for, I don't know, ranging between probably 10 quid and 40 quid, because it's a branch and it's bespoke and it's the one of a kind. But ultimately, I'm intrigued to see if these things do actually sell. So this is my little area. My wife is messaging people back. I do struggle with talking to people as well. I lose my train of thought, you know, can't be amazing at everything. So this is some of the stuff as well that I've made that I don't actually believe that will sell lots and lots of. But I have sort of kept them. There's some bigger crosses up here. There's some crates and different bits and pieces that I've made. Again, all the way over to when I first sort of started going on YouTube, I made a mirror. And my advice for anyone that is thinking of making a little bit of money or just getting your headspace right to come into your little workshop and have a dabble. Do you know what I always think of myself? I always think of myself as the Doc off Back to the Future. He's got his own little workshop and he goes in there and he does his experiments. And you know what? This is where I do my experiments. To do these experiments, to do things, to see if they pan out, to see if they work. I have my wife on, so I'll bring in what I make and I'll say, what do you think? And she'll be hopefully brutally honest with me and say she either loves it or I should look at changing this or I should look at changing that. But what I'll do is I'll go over now just a few of my basic tools that I think anybody would need just to start making their basic, let's say a bird box, because this is what, I'm not saying that I'm known for, but probably my signature thing that I make. I make things sort of, I don't know, well, I certainly make them every week, and I was making lots and lots and lots of them. Since I've sort of upped the price, put it on Etsy, yes, that's slowed down, but that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make 20 a day. I maybe wanted to make 2 or 3 that would sell so I could tell you guys what they are. And this is how I make them. Again, this is one that I made. They're all out of scrap free decking. My wife looks on Facebook. If there's somewhere relatively local that we can go and pick some decking up, we'll go and pick it up. And I cut the profiles for the bird boxes up here. So we've got these will be the front and back. I think they're 250 long. These will be the sides and the bottom. I think they're 200 long. And then obviously you've got the roof pieces. I make it easy on myself. Then I can cut the rot out, the screws, the knots and everything else. Yesterday I changed the blade on my miter saw. Catch that one. It's quite a long video. It's about 10 minutes. And it's worth knowing, because when you get a miter saw, you can pick some of these miter saws up relatively cheaply. Go to your car boots, go on Marketplace, have a look. In fact, I actually gave one away not so long ago because I didn't need to. It was a bit of a spare. It was one that I had for years. Still worked okay, but I just bettered it. I personally do think that this, if you are starting this and you are becoming a hobbyist, carpenter, however you're wording yourself, this is a vital piece of equipment, and I desperately would suggest that would be one of my first big pieces anyway. It saves a lot of hand sawing, miter blocks, marking, things like that, and you can pick them up. Honestly, I reckon you could probably, for a real bargain, I'll even look myself at the car boots, my wife will as well. I guarantee I could pick one of these up for not Bosch, but obviously a cheaper make, probably 10-15 quid from a car boot. Get someone to have a look over it that maybe knows a little bit more than yourself if you don't know a massive amount. let someone have a quick look over it, check the blade, check the motor, little things like that. But ultimately, you can pick them up dirt cheap. I'm not one of these that thinks you have to have the best tools in the world to make the best things. I'm absolutely not. My next big thing would be a grinder. I use my grinder for everything. People hate this. I get some real hate for this because I took the guard off. But ultimately, what I do with it is I put it in a clamp and I use it as a bench sander. So I can put it to the side of my. I actually put it in my vise. Clamp it, and I can hold it in place whilst it's on, whilst I'm cleaning up some timber that I want to clean up. So. Big tool, definitely a chop saw. Next one down for me would be grinder and drill. The reason I say drill, again, you can pick up a nice cheap drill. My wife or my mother-in-law will definitely have a look at the car boot to see if we can pick these things up, just as a bit of a project that we can do maybe just before Christmas. If I can pick up, I'll give myself, I don't know, £100 budget. How about that? I'll give myself £100 budget to see what tools I can actually buy from the car boot. I bet I can get a drill, a chop saw, a sander, all sorts of bits and pieces. And I'll tell you what I'll do. Because I'm going to do the hashtag crew in the new year, I know I've spoken to a few of you about it. If you're watching my videos, carry on watching them. I'm going to do the hashtag crew next year. So next Sunday, that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully then a few of you guys will come over. We'll start making money together, and I'll give all them tools away to you. I'll get £100 all together, get all the cheap tools together, make sure they're all working, and one of my subscribers to the hashtag crew can take them all. And we'll do it as a bit of a giveaway in the new year. So just let me have a couple of months and see if sourcing these tools out, see if I can get a bit of equipment together. I'll source them out and I'll give them away. Because then it will get somebody started. And honestly, I love nothing more than to hear that someone started. And a couple of guys have done. They're selling bird boxes, owl boxes, all sorts of bits and pieces. So it's great, and I'm absolutely loving it. So where are we? We are at a chop saw for the big tool. Reach out again. I'm happy. I do genuinely try to get back to you if I can. Again, ask people. We've got a great little community here. Sorry, I think I lost connection there. Other than that, I believe that's how you could get started. I genuinely do. Then you just pick things up along the way. So I've got then orbital sander. Connection keeps going. I have no idea why, because we just had new fantastic fibre optic Wi-Fi, and it's shit. So yeah, I will be looking at that as well. Sunday we'll do 11 o'clock all the time. Boxes. We'll look at the hashtags and we'll look at these crosses, all out of scrap wood, all out of materials that we get all the time that mainly we throw away. And we'll definitely look at seeing if I can give myself £100 budget, getting some tools together, and what we can actually get for £100 from the car boots and stuff. I know I can get somebody set up for £100. So put your name forward if that's something that you'd be interested in. If there's some tools that you want or want me to look out for, I'm happy to do some videos going around the car boot. Then we'll take them, bring them back to the man cave, bring them back, and we'll see what we can do. Keep your eyes out for fantastic. 28 people viewing is way more than I ever thought. I really appreciate it. Click and subscribe. Channel's doing amazing. We'll make money next year. This is all the stuff we're going to make, and I'm going to do a tool giveaway, £100 worth of tools to get you set up for yourself. Thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next one.